I don't really like the hero killer. I've said that before. I don't like him because I feel like his conviction about killing the heroes, about this and that, was also a sign of naivety. And the fact here that he actually says some lines that implies that maybe it wasn't naivety after all, it was just him being him, just shows that it may be more clear in the mind than he thinks. But I still not sure I like this parallel at all. But the therapy continues, but this time not to Deku, but to the one that was supposed to be the symbol of peace. Hi, for those who are watching, this is the Anger and Thunder Despair reviewer. I tend to most review Eden Zero. Every now and again, I review other mangas, so I decided to jump into the Book Hero Academia 326 as we finally go back to All Might, driving back to the field where Deku was saved by his comrades, finding the broken mask as well as seeing the statue of him once upon a time, as he begins to talk to himself, the, describing All Might as a you this time because he considers himself so much different of it all. Uh, he blames himself for not doing anything for his disciple, all the while saying that he couldn't do anything for his disciple and all is good in his way. It's during this time that the hero killer Stain Avenge finally shows himself, as well as once again shows that he admires All Might. But he, of course, doesn't believe that this man is All Might, even when All Might briefly transforms. But that is actually different than everything else. It's because in Stain's twisted set of mind, which is also in a way poetic. He doesn't believe that Toshinori is All Might because the All Might that's standing before him is not the All Might that he knew he saw. The All Might he knew he saw was strong, powerful, charismatic, and unbreakable. The man standing before him now is weak, broken, and completely defenseless. And in Stain's pathetic mind, it doesn't matter if you can change into All Might, you are not All Might in a personal level. That's how Stain identifies Toshinori. And of course, mm, and he calls this a holy ground where people and calls him a false hero of it all. So, but All Might doesn't and do anything to actually talk back to that statement, just showing just how much he blames himself for everything else. He recalls that even when he had not power back when he before he became All Might, he always rushed to the danger because he had to make the world a better place. But now he can no longer make the world a better place. He doesn't even have the power, nor does he feel like his declaration of being the hero, the symbol of peace, just was broken. And in a way, it was. Relying on one man was flawed. And he realized that, but he is also wrong in admitting that he couldn't do anything of it all. Because this is actually what's that Stain here is actually confronting him about. He knows that this is All Might, but he doesn't acknowledge him as All Might. And the reason being is that he wants to show something. As he drags All Might uh, to a side, not feeling any bloodlust, and actually sees and to him to watch a statue. As it actually turns out, a young woman wielding a quirk that seems to allow her to form bubbles, or is that rubber? Well, it seems to be balls or something, allows her to stand upon, who is taking down the fate of it all. Because the hero haters are the one who is mm, uh, hanging on, I am not here. But this woman is coming here every day to the clean the statue and taking care of it. And who is this woman? Well, we can praise the creator of Horikoshi here because he has actually brought back a lot of characters that seem to be irrelevant in a position like the star-headed man, and now this woman, because it actually turns out this woman is the wounded woman from Kamino, the last civilian Toshinori Yagi saved as All Might, protected her, and even got motivation to keep on fighting when she said, "Please don't lose All Might. You must save us." As even Stain somehow finds out that this is the same guy, the same person that y'all might say. So he grabs Toshinori and then says of it all that what made All Might was not the was not his power. It's the fact that he could motivate his grain and devote every fiber to the people. That is. Mm, and that is not what Toshinori Yagi is currently is because he's so broken. But he's also saying that he carried those ideals into his very soul and lauded it. Who are you to presume the thing about All Might? Look upon the woman. He says that he says that you don't believe you have done anything to change anything, but you are wrong. Because, and this is here what I found is most strange. I thought for sure a psychotic like uh, Stain would actually believe that no one is a true hero, and I knew he would deny that All Might is, well, All Might, yeah, because of the way he looks. But he is actually the one saying that All Might inspired people. So even when Toshinori Yagi believes he hasn't done anything, he has actually left behind something. He may no longer be All Might, nor can he fight as All Might, but what he has left behind is still some embers that has been engulfed in others. It has been engulfed in Deku, and Deku was about to lose his path, but his friends brought forward, because One for All connects it all. It is now burning inside his friends of UA, and who will not, who do not succumb to what he described as chilling rain or howling wind, and that is a new ablaze. So, and that's what I found surprising. It is almost sounding like Stain is actually acknowledging the UA students, even though I'm probably sure it would. So the people, and this woman is also someone who was inspired by All Might. She may not be able to fight, but she believes in the symbol that is All Might, the embers that he left behind, the symbol. Even if All Might can no longer fight as All Might, he is still a symbol to rally behind, still a symbol to take on, and still a symbol to carry the ideals of a true hero and keep fighting. That is what Eraser had said, that yes, by being alive you inspire people, because his conviction still lives on even when he cannot fight. So uh, so with this he tears up, and so as then Stay says that you who has fallen as a hero should not talk about stuff like that. uh, They then throws a dagger and a note to All Might, saying that if you really are a true hero, make use of this information from my time in Tartarus. Then come for my life, us Stain, the man who has murdered over 40 heroes, as it revealed, all for the sake of fixing the society. As All Might cries, the rain stops, finally showing a symbolization that at long last the tears of sadness are drying up, and now the sun will rise again. Hope has not died yet. So yeah, again, I don't like the fact that it's Stain the one who's doing all this therapy session, but it does show that beneath all of his psychotic behavior and all his huge demand on how to make a true hero, he still believed in what there was the image of All Might, but he didn't believe in the person that was All Might, which is Toshinori Yagi. So he's actually saying to All Might to stop feeling pity for yourself and start to fight like the true hero you always were. Even if you can no longer fight, you can still inspire people. And that is what he does. And this information from Tartarus, is it very likely that this is where All for One is? We are heading towards the end game, so it's very likely that Stain knows where One for All is, or I All for One is. So with this, will Deku and All Might reunite, or will All Might do something else? Stain says here that if you are a true hero, take my life. Is that show implying that Stain feels guilty over his actions? Well, he did say the only one who'd kill me is All Might, so he did only wants All Might to kill him. But this will give back hope into All Might as well. The fight hasn't lost yet. So yeah, I mean, it is a good chapter. I just didn't like that Stain was the one doing all this. Still, the embers of hope burns in the UA students. They must fight. Give me your thoughts if you have any.